confidence from all of these situations. So you'll see, as we go through the anatomy of this perfect testimonial, we're eliminating fear and responsiveness. We're also looking at the best communication. And of all things, in a negative market that we're in now, we're delivering peace of mind and comfort. And we know that if they're buying a product from us, that they're going to be buying it from the best company. We become proactive. We use case studies. We use these testimonials. We develop relationships that are reliable. And I think that, with all of this that we're speaking about, Jeff, it really adds value in building a relationship. It's not that we're going to be at someone's home for Thanksgiving as much as it is developing the fact that they know that they can count on us. We do what we say we're going to do. We deliver fact and truth, and from that we get the support of the buyer. So as you look at this, the words confidence come back, trust, and willing to have you do that. This testimonial, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, is extremely important because it builds credibility. You're using these testimonials and endorsements within your presentation. When we worked with Jeff Wilson, when we worked with Tiffany Brackens, this is what happened and how it happened. You're using identity and clarity to really bring to the point of the consumer that there are other people that are out there. It's not me saying that we're the best. It's the buyers sharing that information. The buyers giving the confidence.
So the testimonial is a third party saying this. I think the final point we really want to talk about today, and I think I wouldn't say it's the least important, but it's probably the most important thing that you have to sell, because if you're selling trust, what you're really selling is your company. And we looked at that breakdown of the things, and maybe you want to make a comment or two. And if anybody has any questions, we may have time for 1 or 2 questions today. Please type in the chat. You have the ability. We'll look at those questions, and if we have time, we will cover those. But Robert, why is this so important that they first buy your company?
Well, I think that that there's a series of reasons that we're going to talk about, and all of your marketing material can relate to this, especially your website. Your website is now seen by 96% of all buyers before they ever walk through your front door. So giving them the confidence that your company is a stable company, knowing that, from an ownership perspective, who the owners are and what relates to those individuals and how they've been able to develop their company, how many years they've been involved, what's the history of the company. People want to know that, that they're not necessarily buying from the new guy on the block as much as they're buying with a company that has a history. Maybe the owners have been in business collectively for 125 years. When I went into work in our family business, the 3 executive principals, including myself, had 125 years of experience. When I went around sharing that information, it was very, very helpful for me. I was selling at that time wine and spirits, and it was just a remarkable opportunity. That history meant a lot. The gross volume. I mean, fortunately, our company had sold well over 1 million cases of wine and spirits, and again, it's credibility through your history, the values and the culture, the strategic partnerships that you're creating as a company. People want to know. It's really interesting. They may not know you at all. You may be the new kid on the block building a company, but when you surround yourself with corporations like Pella or Anderson Windows, and or pick up an appliance company, whether it's Sub-Zero, Wolf, it could even be Whirlpool. When you're surrounding yourself with household names that people know about, it adds value because it helps you brand your company. And these consumers realize if you're working with these companies, you've got to be a good builder. Benefits. What are the benefits that you have in working with and the experience and how you've been able to sell 100 homes, 200 homes, 1,000 homes. What are the awards that you won? People want to know that they're working with winners. People love winners. Jeff grew up in New York City. People love the Yankees, growing up. And to this day, the Yankees are reputed to be one of the great terms. People love award winners. Certification. Get as much education as you can. Share that. People want to know that you're earning more certificates of knowledge. There's so much to learn through the Department of Energy and the EPA. There are programs like Energy Star and WaterSense and Indoor Air Plus that you can adapt into your business programs and get certifications for at no cost to you, afforded by our government. And those icons and educational certificates add value to your company. The number of customers that you've worked with, your sales, your gross sales volume over the years, the longevity that you've been in business. Our family business was established in 1891. To have lasted almost 100 years, you had to do something right. The number of companies that you touch and you get involved with. All of these points create value propositions, unique selling propositions from which your marketing campaigns and your sales presentations can adapt and use. These are critical, and they can be adapted again into your website. They need to be updated on a weekly basis so that all of your information is current and that everyone is aware that you're the go-to company. And of course, when we look at this, I want to also add, we need the testimonials. We need the endorsements. What makes you the only choice for the buyer is that other people love you. And there's just so much that we can do. The testimonials are key. One of the things I did with a community years and years ago, I found out that they were building 1/3 of their homes every year were from referrals, and also existing customers who are up buying product from them or cross buying and moving over into the same communities. But all of these things, Jeff, all of these things added value, and they were able to continue to go back and use all of these 14 points to continue building an outstanding company.
So I'm not sure if everybody, you said it kind of quickly, Robert, and I don't know if everybody really appreciated that. But there was a very large developer, very large community, but 1/3 of all their buyers, they paid how much to get them to market to them? Nothing.
Zero.
Because they were existing or brought in by existing, right?
Exactly. We created an ad with them, Jeff, while everybody is listening. And what we did is we listed all of the names of the buyers in a 2-page trunk ad, a 2-page ad. And in the center, what do all these buyers? What do all of these buyers have in common? They bought a Writer home. And in essence, what it did was a masterful advertisements that we helped create for this company, and it increased their sales. But that 1/3, they didn't have to spend money on advertising, public relations, and promotion. They had already built that brand.
So we have just a couple of minutes. If anybody would like this form, this worksheet to fill out, let us know. Or Delge, if maybe you could post the link in the chat and everybody can get that, or you can email Delge afterwards. But I do have a question for you, Robert, as we wrap up, because the topic for today is turning qualified prospects into buyers. What I guess I'm going to use some of the technique we talked about today. What I heard you say is attention, communication, trust, and deliver. So it's not just create the trust, but deliver on that trust. And it's all about relationship. It's not a transaction. Is that right?
It's not a transaction. It's a relationship. What happens in business, to me, it's the hunt and challenge. It's the ability to really pay attention to what, if you're a hunter, where can you find that bear? Where can you find the deer? It's the same thing in business. Where can we get to that qualified buyer? How can we first attract them? How can we attend to their specific needs, as we discussed this morning? And I think that all of these things that that we're talking about, Jeff, lead to the ability for us to become more astute in the opportunity to make every single buyer, a buyer for us. I will share this with you before we conclude. Everybody may not be a buyer today for your product and service, but you still want to make those people feel fantastic. And if you can't help them directly, as we discussed earlier, what you want to be able to do is help guide them for the future and let them know that you're there for them, and that whenever you have questions about real estate, pick up the phone and call me. Those are the things that ingratiate yourself. And by the way, that's when you also ask for referrals.
Fantastic, Robert. And I encourage everyone. This was fantastic today. Tomorrow is going to be as good or better if you have employees, co-workers, associates, trades, alliance partners that you work with. What you're going to learn tomorrow will share with you how to get more, how to get more from everyone that you work with. And I'm going to post that right here. I'm going to leave us open for just another 1 minute so you can grab that post. Just one more minute. Robert, I just want to thank you so much for your generous sharing, for the incredible examples, and we're really looking forward to a terrific program. This is just day one, and we're going to blow your minds every day and enjoy it. So thank you so much. It's been terrific, and we look forward to seeing you throughout the week. Have a great day, everybody. Bye now. Thanks.
Are we off?
We're off now.
Okay.
I wanted to do that a little better. Okay, we got some thank yous and stuff. From Haley Selden, said thank you both for a great morning, and from Lisa Drisler, thank you. So that's good. I think we did great, and we ended on time.
Yeah, Haley is the young lady who was graduated with a degree from Drexel, who's in Denver. And she started her own building company last year. This program, had to be, like A+ to her. Drishler, that I told you, I had taught years ago through the NEHB, and she's really bright, and I'm glad that she was able to attend. She's from the Dallas area.
Oh, it looks like Dell just signed up. Do we want her to invite her back on to debrief?
Sure.
Do you want to debrief here, or do you want to debrief on our channel? On our regular?
Whatever you're comfortable with. We're here.
I'll ask her to come back on if she wants to debrief with us.
I thought that we covered the gamut, and I thought that we didn't really. I think towards the end we rushed a little bit, but I think that going through that checklist, it was pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, yeah, but I think it was it may have gone a little fast, but I think Delge will notice it because she likes very methodical, but I think it went well. Hold on. So we had most of the time 7 participants. About 20 minutes before the end, one of them dropped off. We were down to 6, and we had 5 basically till the very end.
Who were
One-
the 5 to the end?
I have no idea. We'll get that report later. But I guess the Italo was on, Christine. I guess my question for you is, do you feel that I didn't give that to them as an assignment, and probably I should have, to build that up on their company. Do we want to end with an assignment for each day?
Yeah, I think so. I think that, it gives them something to do, but also at the same time, if they don't do it today, the point is that these assignments are going to help them. What I would
Right.
encourage them to do, they can follow. It's not like we have, 5,000 people, and I wouldn't tell them one way or the other. But what I would do is say, look, when you do these assignments and you want to come back to us, we'll be happy to review the material with you individually. I know what to tell them.
I wouldn't do this individually because I don't know that this leads to what we want as our back end, which is the show home, unless we feel that this is what they think they need. Hi, Delge. You can unmute and join us.
I'm here.
Wow, look at that great background you have.
Yes.
Yeah, so the problem was on the live stream, I didn't see that. Oh, I have to stop the live stream.